Never believes that anyone comes and sees me, like watches me talk, so that's that. Welcome to my talk, Deep Strike, Behind Enemy Lines, Disrupting, Ransomware, blah, blah. We're gonna fuck some fuckers today. So, that's, viewer discretion is advised. I'm what my friend there would call a B-sides veteran. This was one of the very few European B-sides that I have never talked into. So back when they started, I was like, yeah, I'm getting Amsterdam and I still have Copenhagen and I'm full, so -1, I guess. I'm well known for saying fuck a lot, sit a lot, and other bad words in Greek. So if you are easily offended, please raise your hand. Nobody raise your hand? I will tell you to fuck off if you raised it. So good. So that's me. My name is Vangelis Stykas. That was me 25 kilograms ago. I'm the CTO at a penetration testing firm called Atropos and an agentic AI security solution named Cumio. We're specialized in renewable energy and APTs. That's a really strange duo to be specialized in, I know, but that's me. So if you don't understand, I don't either. My research interest is based on APIs, IoT, C2, APTs, and ransomware groups. And I'm blah, 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 blah. I'm the ultimate uninvited admin for malware panels. That's my title. The year before last, I did a talk about malware, and it was really easy for their CTO to get in. So I wanted a bigger challenge, and wanted to go after ransomware panels. Could it be any harder? Those three fuckers in there, drop them a follow. Also drop me a follow, but I'm not that interesting. So Solfer, Iskuri, and Charles, me, Sihara, we have a signal group that usually challenge each other. All three of them are DEF CON speakers and Black Hat speakers. They're crazy, smart people. I'm not. I'm the dump in that group. And they read that from Marcus, which says CTI is such a wild industry. Usually it was heavily regulated from near total monopoly and everything is classified. While in CTI, there is some dude named Brad who got really baked one night and YOLO'd his way into a major APT's backend server. So, two things in here. One, I'm not Brad, I'm Vangelis. And two, I really like whiskey, but I'm not taking any other drugs. So that's a story of me getting into some APT's backend. I thought that the malware was easy, so I had a 50% succession rate. So out of 36 C2 panels, I was able to get into 18. On ransomware, it was damn difficult. I made into 3.5 out of 140. That's what ransomware is. If you don't know what ransomware is, come after me. I'm not going to read the whole text in here. It's like, they're bad people that try to encrypt your computer, blah, blah, blah. Fuck them. Quick intro to them. They are malware distribution and infection, command and control. We're going to take a good look at it. Discovery and lateral movement, data extraction, data encryption, extortion, and resolution. The next couple of slides are going to sound like I really like them. I want to make super clear that I fucking hate them, but they're good at what they're doing. So the fastest growing type of cybercrime, their payout hit 1.1 billion in 2023, 1.3 billion in 2024. We still don't know in 2025, but we expect them to degrade. They're a highly professional industry. it seems that the boundaries have fall off after the whole hospital going rogue industry, and WannaCry opened the can of worms. A really quick view into how the gangs work. They're highly hierarchical, and I mean really highly. They have a clear structure. They have a tech part that we're gonna look afterwards. They have a ransom negotiation and customer support. They have money launderers that were arrested late. There are a lot of money launderers arrested this summer, and their collaboration and partnership because, I don't know, capitalism, I guess. The tech part, they have malware developers, they have exploitation, which is possible zero-day or end-day developers, they have data thefts and leaks, they have a lot of operational security, and they have infrastructure and hosting. And believe me, they have a lot of infrastructure and crazy amount of hosting, because this is a true story. They have gotten into a lot of companies that had terabytes of data, and at the very first time, couple of times that the gang rises and hacks, they don't have enough storage to store what they steal. So they end up fucking up their own selves. So they invest heavily in infrastructure and hosting. This is how they used to be. Right now, it's only Rust. They used to be lone wolves. They're long gone for the past 5 years. Some of them are initial access brokers. This means that they only get access and then they sell it to someone else. They have all-in-one ransomware groups. We're going to see some of them later. And the ransomware as a service because, as I said, capitalism. You're going to see a lot of corrupted capitalism in the following slides. How that corrupted capitalism works. Flat monthly fee. They didn't understand capitalism at all. This is not Rust. Affiliate programs with a monthly % of the profits. One-time license. I think only one was that, but they're no longer around. Pure profit sharing, payments made to the RAS. Most well-known were done. All of them are done. We have new kids on the block now. This is my only chance of trying to use draw in security. This is how the ransomware works. Can you tell me who the hacker is? Anyone? No? Come on, guys. It's that guy. He has a hoodie. If you have a hoodie, you are a hacker. If you have a red hoodie, you're a bad hacker, okay? Come on, 7 years and you forgot everything. How they're extorting. They're establishing communication with victims, anyway, Telegram, Signal, Tor Messenger. They lay their terms and they extort victims in multiple ways. They're saying that they're gonna, the first way is ransom their own data. The second way is that we're gonna release your data. The third way is we're gonna use the knowledge from the data to DDoS you. And for the past couple of years, we're seeing communicating with customers and shareholders and stakeholders and even governments saying that, oh, that company was hacked, so we're gonna communicate with the government and tell on you, so pay us. They're fucking 19-year-olds. So, what we're going to do in this talk, identify CTUs and data leak sites, try to find vulnerabilities, identify people behind them, try to disrupt panels, threat actors, and 3 really, really basic stuff. Do not disturb any active LEA investigations, don't be a malakas, and don't get vanned. Those 3 terms are the only things that my wife told me. Don't get arrested, don't get vanned, and don't be a malakas. If you don't know what a malakas is, come after, I'm going to explain to you. That's what getting vanned means. I don't want to get into one of those things at any point in my life. But, so I was joking that, oh, you're going to get vanned, you're going to get shit. And at some point, one nice Wednesday, you wake up and you get that email. Government-backed attackers may be trying to steal your password. So, yeah, I have been mocking and poking people that I shouldn't. And there are people who are using 0 days that have been cost, I don't know, $1 million to access my computers. Is there a camera here? Where is the camera? So if anyone wants to burn their 0 days with me, I'm gonna give you access for half the price. I'm just gonna delete my kids' photos. That's it. Again, they also went after my iPhone. State-sponsored attackers may be targeting your iPhone. This is my iPhone. If someone wants access to it, don't burn $1 million. I'm gonna give it for you for half the price. They tried, at least. Like, I don't think that anyone has access to my data, but if they do, good. They're gonna see a lot of teenagers playing football or playing their cello. Good for them. I hope they die. How do I identify panels? 1, 2, 3, really, really good sites, projects that they're identifying ransomware, and lots, and I mean lots of doom scrolling and monitoring CTI companies for new posts because they do have a really small lifetime, unfortunately. They have a really small lifetime, so once you know that they're around the CTUs, you're gonna have a really small time window that you're able to attack them. Data leaks sites are really looked after because they're Tor, and they're behind Tor and Onion, so you have to jump a couple more hoops. What we're going to do? Ignore malware distribution and reversing. I'm dumb. I cannot reverse things. I'm a web guy. Run the malware in a sandbox, extract whole URLs, use data leaks URLs found via CTI. So we're going to be highly opportunistic and use what we can get from the easy ways out. And we're going to use what I like saying is the Toyota Corolla of penetration testing, also known as web application penetration testing. So that's what we are going to do. No fancy shit. Dear search, I'm old. I don't like FFUF. Burp suit, Tor expert bundle, Tor browser, and Tor socks, the trifecta of accessing anything via Tor. Coffee, AnyRun, several droplets on DigitalOcean. Do you remember that they have OPSEC, so they're burning my infrastructure? So Dan.io and Sensi so that we can find anything without Tor. And did I mention coffee? Because I had a lot of coffee during that research. Black box web app testing. Use any acquired information for furthering my attacks. Interact with the data leak and chat websites. Intentionally infect sandbox to get a ticket. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with ransomware. If you are not, lucky you. If you are, when you are infected, you are getting a ticket, a password, an ID. I just wanted that ID so that I could interact with the fuckers. DearSearch and FFUF returned pretty minimal stuff. Only 15 URLs gave something interesting back, so I had to move to manually checking everything. 5 of them were WordPress, because they're bored. A couple of them were leaking IP addresses. Some of them were cheeky. One of them told me to fuck off. One of them told me, fuck you, nigga. And one said, just business, nothing personal. We're going to see that later. Also, that slide had me arrested on Black Hat MEA. So let's go. let's go into the fucking ransomware land and see what we can have. Mallocs. Oh, you're also gonna see a lot of names because it seems that CTI command is like naming things that have already names. So I'm gonna go with what I found as the first name. You can name it however you want. So it's also known as Target Company, Fargo, whatever. Their first appearance was June 2021, targets mostly Windows machines. It exploits MS SQL by brute force SA accounts, and it says they have hundreds of victims. Here are the victims. Here is their Tor site back in 2023. And here's where you get the tickets, enter your private key. Private key, they name it private key. I'm gonna name it ticket because I'm old. So in here, can you see the screen or should I go? Okay. We communicate only in English. Nice, I also know English. Hello, hello, one. Can anyone tell me, do you see anything interesting in that website? So, Apache server status exposed, leaking URLs and server IP address, leaking tokens to check other people's messages. So, by going into Apache server, we could see some tokens, so we could see other people going around. But, hello, can you see a reply in there? It's what we old people in the forum land called quote. Can you see in here, that's the post request that it was doing. Can anyone guess what went wrong?
SQL injection.
Who?
SQL.
It wasn't that easy, unfortunately. So it has a reply ID. That reply ID has a number, so in secure direct object reference on reply ID parameter was an incremental ID. And by I mean ChatGPT wrote a for loop to get all the messages. I get all the messages and got all the messages, and those are some really interesting ones. So there's a guy named Boss because, I don't know, he has some issues. I work according to my own schedule, blah, 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 blah. I'm really important. I have a well-maintained business. Okay. That is no way going to be disturbed by any moron that could not secure their machines. Irony. He couldn't secure his machine either. Their price is finally non-negotiable. You should pay or data will be released. I was on Special K. I don't know what that is, but sounds illegal. For a couple of days, so fuck off and do the work I'm paying to do. He's not a good boss. Panda guy, boss the budget for this client. So they're negotiating. He has some employees that are negotiating with him. Do you agree they don't need much data? Boss is not on a good mood today. Let's be careful. First of all, fuck you, boss, whoever you are. And I also found, here's the decryptor for one company, here's the decryptor for another company. I got them. I communicated to those companies, so we saved 2 companies, I guess. Second thing that I'm trying to use Draw, this is the boss, Panda, Jessica, Mallocs, Ismail. Those are the 5 people that conjust with that company. Unfortunately, when the guy woke up from Special Care or whatever, the chat was disabled, message was not delivered, I was too verbose and just got internal knowledge of the team, got some decryptors. Once the admin got up, it got fixed. So I think that was mediocre at best. I could have gotten a better way of maintaining things, but I got super interested and fucked everything up. But yeah, I think that was not a really bad interaction. Second, Black Hat Alpha V. Sorry for the Greek, also known as Noborus and Alpha V. First appearance was in 2021. It's a ransomware as a service, Rust-based malware and server-side C2. They had a triple extortion scheme. They're using Rust Loader, which was researched by Bitdefender Labs. They were targeting Mac only. It's developed in Rust because they're secure, I guess. C2 used on all, that C2 was used on all of Black Hat malware. So that guy I'm going to try to pronounce his name. It's Andrei Lapusneanu, found the new macOS backdoor writing in Rust, shows possible link, blah, blah, blah. What we care about is those CNC URLs. We just have 4 URLs, and we have a really small lifetime that those URLs are going to be around, because once something is released about them, they're just changing IPs and names. They checked all C2 URLs. One of them was online, but was returning just 404. Added in the loop of continuous scanning. 2 days later, it downloaded the documentation. So I need to explain. I have a really complex, no. I have a Python script that runs diff search on a lot of shit, and I put them in a DB, and it constantly scans. So I could name it however you want, but that's just me. So 2 days after, it downloaded the documentation, and that documentation had a lot of shit. So clients, bots, client, bot ID, tasks. So it had all the C2 configuration and how it worked and how it could go. Unfortunately, when I tried accessing them, it was not available. I had to automate check and put it in the loop again and wait. And by wait, I mean wait for a lot of time. And at some point, finally, I extracted 197 commands in 2 minutes on a 4-hour window. You can see what it had in there, kinda. So it's uploaded files, it had the result, it had clear text of everything. And when you see zip -r environment zip, this is not, this was not XXX. This was a company name, environments, so they were zipping AWS environment files, and those were root environment files. I had to switch to a mode that I never like, which is notify mode. I identified 4 companies. All of them were cryptocurrency related. 2 of them were unicorns and are still unicorns. I notified, they acknowledged the issue. None of them was ransomed, so I kinda did a good work in there. I got all info for them and understood their lateral movement. I stopped the whole campaign that was targeting crypto companies. 4 companies were not ransomed, and I do believe that they got a really great financial hit. And after that, under increasing federal scrutiny, Black Hat ransomware gangs pulls exit scam on its way out, so they scammed people. And I think I played a role in there. And if you saw 2 weeks ago, some people were arrested. I think they're related to that Black Hat issue. So all in all, not bad, right? After that, so that was up until my Black Hat 2024 talk. I had a lot of phishing attempts. They targeted me. They target my wife, they target my partners, they target my colleagues, they target my sons, which is pretty low for them. They target email, Instagram, and Twitter of all of us. So all in all, fuck them. I'm happy that they're arrested. They can all die. Next one, Everest. Active since late 2020, high-profile targets. Pivoted to initial access broker, then repivoted because capitalism. Graded as highly sophisticated by multiple researchers. That's a highly sophisticated web page. Do you know what this is? Can anyone guess what this highly sophisticated web page is? No? No one? Squarespace? No, that's behind Tor. They're highly sophisticated. So do we all know what this is? Yeah. Nice. So I did what every hacker does. I wear a black hoodie. I went and ran WP scan. 42 vulnerabilities identified. They had a really outdated, but unfortunately, I'm not that skillful, so I wasn't able to exploit any of those vulnerabilities. I could only find that PHP error reporting was on. It was a Windows machine, because who uses Linux nowadays? And they have Vertigo serve hosting. They also had, I could read their file listing on. I have PHP my admin. Then I went and did what every super hacker would do and wrote Vertigo serve default MySQL password. MySQL default user is root and the password is Vertigo. In addition, SQL blah, blah, blah. I tried it and I failed. But then, as I already told you, I have two sons. One son is a musical something prodigy. The other one is weird like me, so likes going around and reading my tabs, because I have, as all of us, 100 open tabs. And at some point, he says, who the fuck names his product Vertigo and not Vertigo? I'm like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? It's not Vertigo, it's Vertigo. So I should have copy-pasted and not write Vertigo. It was Vertigo, and so, yeah, I was the admin. I'm the admin in WordPress, and by WordPress, it's like, I just resetted the password and got in. Then I uploaded the cell. Their cell was admin, so I had their IP address and I had all their data. Because who am I? Is administrator. As you can see, they're not English-speaking people, they're Russian. And their biggest crime, can anyone guess what their biggest crime is? Dude, you're making $500 million in 3 years. Pay fucking winner, for fuck's sake. So what did I do? Database export, username extract, remote command execution on the server, got hold of their Onion secret keys, so they have to change their Onion if they don't want me to monitor their shit. Lots of logs to analyze, couple of 100 gigabytes. That's Black Hat 2024. So afterwards, they changed IP address. They did not change the login. Again, same thing. Then they changed everything. They forgot to remove my web cell. So they changed everything again, but I also had another web cell. And then Martin, back in this March, because a lot of people said like, oh, you didn't prove that you had access, you're just saying shit. I did live on Prague, on Besides Prague, on my talk. Someone hacked ransomware gang Everest leak site. So if you remember the XOXO from Prague, that was me hacking Everest live from Besides Prague, because I'm bored and a bad person. Black Angels emerged in May 2022. High-profile targets, Babook-based, Linux, ESXi-focused, received a record 75 million ransom. I really love that guy, Rajesh Krishnan. He always found shit that I can look at. So he found the actual IP address. It's still live if you want to take a bite. App secret, MySQL password, etc., etc. env file exposure, internal URLs exposed, some error logs exposed, found some messages, but wasn't really fruitful. That was fast. I could have done some more, but yeah. And we are getting into the end of the talk. And we're also getting into things that are really interesting and really don't have a real answer, the correct answer. I don't like correct things, black and white, gray and shit. So do any of you kind of see the issues that we have with that research? No? No one? No one? It's fucking illegal, mate. So, like, it's the definition of hacking back. And I'm really lucky to live in a country that is not actively pursuing hacking back. And in order to pursue me, usually the person who was hacked need to sue me. But if I was doing this in here, which I never would, I would end up in jail. So it's one of those strange situations that you are not exactly bad, but you are doing bad things. So as the closing keynote in this conference is going to say, we need to not be criminals. We need to save our kids from becoming me. Conclusion. On Besides London 2022, I went after spyware. On DEFCON 31, I went after Stealer and Botnet. And on this talk, I went after ransomware. This is 4 out of the 5 horsemen from VX Underground. I want to say that I won all of them, but I did not. I can say that I looked at all the 5 horsemen in the eyes and never looked back. So I think I won, but even if I didn't win, I didn't lose at least. So that's a win in my book. Thank you, guys. And we do have some time for any questions.
Yeah, any questions? Happy to take them. I'll run around.
So thank you very much for the presentation. There were some great insights there. Why do you think these so-called sophisticated attackers like making these websites that are really easy to hack and they're just never improve?
Because then they really care. So usually for the CTUs, they really think that they're online only for the attack window. So that's half a day to a day. So you have to be extra quick. And for the WordPress, I think they don't really understand what the fuck they're doing. They do care about getting the easy money in and nothing else.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else, guys? Oh, that lady here.
Hi, absolutely loved your talk. I wanted to ask, what do you think of the cartelization of different ransomware groups coming together, like Crimson Wave and the Spider, Lapis, Scattered Hunters groups coming together to kind of infiltrate different groups together?
Okay. I can answer it single word. It's capitalism, again. I also love capitalism, I'm just saying that. But it's one of those things that they will unionize, they will become one so that they can they can maximize the profits by minimizing their costs. So again, capitalism. So they will try to ease their way into anything. Okay? Anyone else, guys? Folks? Thank you again.